p.m. You miss it, you diss it.
To fall, but was caught before I fell. Was so hard-headed, too stubborn, I asked for help.
That's the Bahamas Tonight. Access now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
There are over 3 million shipwrecks on the ocean floor, just waiting to be found. Nothing is truly ever lost at sea, only hidden by time and sand. When I put this fleet together, it wasn't just for fun. And although we do have fun, we never lose sight of our goal. Right here, right now, we are on a mission.
And that is going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. Disorder and uproar caused among some political candidates and representatives amid strong allegations surrounding the Golden Isles by-election. We'll tell you the latest and what the body charged with the conduct of the election has to say. Also still coming to grips with the devastation a massive blaze at Arawak left behind, the association responsible is already looking to rebuild with the assistance of the government, but the road ahead remains challenged. And students get key financial literacy lessons that can last them a lifetime. We'll tell you how ZNS and Toastmasters partner together to make a difference in an area that ought to be taught more. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm filling in for Corval Pyfram. Welcome to the broadcast. Allegations of unaccompanied ballot boxes after the Golden Isles by-election advance polls stirred up disorder and uproar by a number of political representatives who went as far as barricading police vehicles transporting the results. Daniel Dean leads us off tonight at 11 with the Parliamentary Registration Department outlining its side of the story.
Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson adamantly denying the very notion Monday's advanced poll was compromised in any way, instead insisting the Bahamas remains committed to maintaining its regionally revered reputation for fair and transparent electoral processes.
Every ballot was issued, recorded, and secured in the presence of all authorized agents. Every envelope and every package was signed by the agents themselves. Nothing was moved or sealed without their full view or participation.
Of the 283 people registered, some 250 advanced poll voters showed up on Monday. Thompson and his team insist the process went rather smoothly, begging the question of what led to the chaos that painted an entirely different picture. Presiding officer Montez Williams telling the media the envelopes were packed along with the ballots into the ballot box, which was then sealed, waxed, zip-tied, and signed by the representatives.
The van was reversed into the auditorium, and every representative watched the hatch of the van open, the ballot box placed there, along with the sealed box of counterfoils. We were all in a very pleasant mood, and there was no complaint. What happened afterwards when we began to exit the building, that is another matter.
Returning Officer Neil Campbell says people ought be careful when making harmful assertions about public officials like himself who have families and loved ones that are impacted by the fallout.
And I say that because even in preparing for this election, we had persons who almost foresaw this. You know, and they were saying that they are not interested in serving. And after the episode last evening, we have a whole team now who's saying that they're not going to work for this election.
Officials are now looking ahead to November 24th's poll day and the subsequent 2026 general elections, a democratic process they promise will continue to be rooted in integrity. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks so much, Danielle. The confusion at Monday's advance poll giving rise to concerns ahead of the November 24th Golden Isles by-election, and Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson admitted as much during his appearance on the Rundown talk show with Clint Watson this evening.
I wish to appeal to all of the leaders and all the political parties and even our independent candidate to let us be as respectful as possible. Let us go out there and exercise our right. Let the people exercise their right. It is your right to vote, and your vote is your right. So we want to ensure that we have a smooth process on Monday. We had a meeting with the top brass of the police today, and we will meet again tomorrow as we try to mitigate any situation happening like what happened yesterday. We really want a fair election, and we want a smooth election. We want an efficient election, but all of us have to do our part.
Charred debris, displaced vendors, and a community demanding answers. Arakee Food and Fish Vendor Association president and owner of Red Snapper Restaurant, Rodney Russell, is still coming to grips with the devastation Sunday morning's fire left behind. He informed our news team that nearly 75% of his business was destroyed, upending his livelihood.
This fire destroyed some seven structures. We lose our electricity, we lose our water, and so therefore, in order to continue business, we cannot continue our business because there is no infrastructure to do business. So now, these 7 persons, business owners like me, we are dead in the water without an income.
The Arakee vendor maintains the Prime Minister has assured that within 60 days, the government will work to help restore his business and support the vendors as they look to recover from this massive financial loss. But even as he looks towards rebuilding, Russell is facing a new setback. Looting.
I locked the door, the back door was locked, and when I came Monday morning, I made the place broke in two, and a lot of valuables and assets were gone. I was told by persons who viewed some young men around here moving, stealing out my place, carrying pots and pans, carrying water heaters, knives, cutlery, beverages. They were carrying everything they could have carried. And what made me more suspicious before I even entered my building, before I used my key to get into my building, I saw all my fishing rods outside stacked up and ready to go. So I said, what foolishness is this when I had all of these items inside my establishment?
No sleep for Team Tourism. After a successful historic sales mission in the United Kingdom, the team now taking its mission to New York City, where it hopes to further build on what's already seen as a strong performing market for the Bahamas. Our Corvell Pyfram is traveling with the team and has this report from the Big Apple, where the temperature is in the 40s.
If you're keeping count, this is the 35th of these such global sales missions that Team Tourism Bahamas has embarked on. They are now here in New York City, and it is very simple. Information paramount, the mission to get through more airlift, more visitors to the islands of the Bahamas. Another city, another sales mission for Team Tourism, and this mission brings the islands of the Bahamas to the world's grandest stage, New York City. The entire region, that's New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all the way up the northeast coast to New England, is an especially highly competitive market. And so the Bahamas cannot afford to miss its opportunity at getting in on the action and building on an already impressive track record with this demographic. Dupree Smith is sales director for, it's a mouthful, the Southeast, Midwest, Southwest, Northeast, and West Coast.
We have over 20 plus nonstop flights from our Caribbean competitors, and so it's very important that we stay in the market to maintain our competitive share and also to grow that as well. Very important for us.
So over the course of the next couple of days here in New York City and across the river in Jersey, Team Tourism, with the help of its partners, will showcase the islands of the Bahamas.
We have top heavy hitters. We have the Grand Hyatt represented, the SLS Bahamar, Ward Paradise Island is represented, Sandals Royal Bahamian is represented as well. Also, Comfort Suites is here as well, and so a great broad section of our in-island, on-island stakeholders are represented to further exemplify the strong product mix we have in the islands of the Bahamas.
District Manager Michael Russell expects big returns from this week's mission to the Big Apple.
We are a multi-island destination, and so every opportunity we get, we have to continue to, stamp our presence in the market. We have to continue to take advantage of opportunities like this, which is a high booking season for travelers. And so it is important that we bring the sales mission to really give travelers a taste of the islands of the Bahamas and what they can experience.
It was London nearly 2 weeks ago, and now it is the Big Apple and across the river in New Jersey. Team Bahamas has another extensive and quite exhaustive schedule ahead of them for the next couple of days. In New York City, I'm Corvell Pyfrom for the Bahamas Tonight.
Wearing that weather well, Corvell. Thanks again. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new. Signature hot, hot wings. What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. Those pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done, but at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Another team of Defense Force officers deployed to Haiti as guns and gangs continue to plague that island, and as the UN Security Council warns that time is running out to restore stability there. But National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, is making it clear that the role of the officers, part of a multinational support mission, is, well, limited.
The Security Council has not approved at this moment for any Bahamian deployed troops to go on patrols with the Haitian National Police. And that is not a risk that we have agreed for them to undertake at this moment. And so they will be carrying out duties at the LSA at the airport. They are well trained. They keep pushing us to do more, but at this moment, that is the restriction that we place on them. And I've made it clear to them that we expect them to obey those deployment orders, because they all want to go further, because that's their nature and that's their training, but they're restricted to those duties.
A quiet morning in Cooper's Terrace ends in bloodshed as authorities investigate the circumstances surrounding a deadly clash involving police officers and 4 suspects, one of whom was fatally shot. Our Leah Cooper was on the scene.
It was just after 9 a.m. on Tuesday when an alert from the ShotSpotter technology sent police officers rushing to St. James Road. Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Roberto Goodman confirms that multiple gunshots were fired and what unfolded next escalated in seconds.
The police would have later contacted a mobile vehicle who was assigned to the Camp Road district. While in the area of St. James Road, the officers received additional information.
According to Assistant Commissioner Goodman, the chase started on St. James Road and ended right behind me on Cooper's Terrace. Now, amid the chaos, the 4 passengers of this vehicle fired back at police. 3 were able to escape, but unfortunately, the driver wasn't as lucky.
Also, when the police checked the vehicle, a firearm was also discovered inside the front section of that vehicle. And so at this time, like I said, the matter is under active investigation. This chap is not known to the police, but he appears to be in his early 30s.
The police truck also took some damage in the standoff, and according to the senior police officer, now the search is on for the 3 suspects that escaped.
We see a number of surveillance footage and cameras in this area, and so we rely on them so we could be definitive and be able to say that exactly what transpired at today's date.
Police are appealing to anyone with information on this incident to contact the Criminal Investigations Department. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Thanks, Leah. Police are hoping to close in on Adrian Rogers. They want to question the Nair Gardens Cowpin Road resident in connection with fraud. A wanted poster describes the 35-year-old as having brown skin, a medium build. His height is unknown. Any information on Rogers' whereabouts can be phoned into 502-9975 or 6, 502-9991 or 2, 911 or 919. There's a child missing, and family members are praying she returns home safe, sound, and soon. Police say 15-year-old Marina St. Justy was last seen at the Washington Street house on Monday. The teen has brown skin and is of slim build. Anyone with information on her whereabouts should call the nearest police station. Judith P. Thompson, primary school students learning more about becoming financially prudent as an adult during a special visit from 2 female financial experts. Small Business Development Center Executive Director Samantha Roll and RBC Caribbean Regional Vice President of Personal and Private Banking, Lasagna Missick, gave 4th, 5th, and 6th graders a financial literacy lesson that they can utilize for a lifetime. The initiative was part of ZNS's Youth Leadership Program in partnership with Toastmasters International. The dynamic discussion gave the ladies a sense of nostalgia.
The best part about it was to hear how they could relate. And so as I was sharing my story, they were shaking their heads, they were engaging, they were talking about their experiences, similar experiences as well. And I think it's amazing to where we could then, in our current capacity, always come back and be able to impact positively our architects of this great country.
It's nothing like being able to really display to them exactly where the opportunities exist. And it comes from somebody who looks just like you, and someone that sat in the classroom where you're sitting today and having the same experiences or had the same experiences that you're having now. And so I really enjoyed it. It was motivational. It's a part of the job that I love. At RBC, we focus on, one of our key pillars is to focus on youth development. And one of our key factors in terms of our mission is to help clients thrive and communities prosper. So to have the opportunity today to come and spend time with the kids and to really be a part of contributing to their success in the community, it's been a pleasure, a real pleasure today.
Financial literacy is so important. Such a great story. Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Amajal?
And the QC Comets, your back-to-back BAIS baseball champions. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves, so I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
Welcome to your Tuesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Topping sports, it was a winner-take-all Game 5 last night at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium in the BAISS Baseball Championships. The rivalry between the Queens College Comets and the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine was on full display. But this time, it would be the Comets coming out on top. QC emerging victorious 10-7. The MVP award would go to QC pitcher Austin Cartwright, who won 2 of the 3 games in the series, including going all 7 innings last night to lead QC to victory. He gave up just 5 hits and struck out 10 batters in the process. Switching gears over in the north in Grand Bahama. GB games continuing to heat up, this time over on the hardwood as basketball tipping off last night at the St. George's Gym. Northern Services reporter Matthew Martinborough fills us in on all the action.
Another week of the Grand Bahama Games is underway, and the competing constituencies are on the hardwood for basketball this time around. After speaking to some of the competing coaches and players, they feel very confident in their team's ability to claim the gold.
That I know for sure, West Grand Bahama got this. Basketball, all women and guys team. I'm sure we got this in the bag.
I feel pretty good. We got plenty dudes who didn't come out tonight. So I know by the time it's Wednesday when we play a better team in Pine Ridge, we'll be ready and locking ready to go.
Well, we feel like we should come out victorious. We have the right set of pieces. We got a strong team, so we should come out with the goal.
Out of all the games on Monday's slate, the West Grand Bahama and Bimini women's Marlins looked the most impressive following their dominant win against the Pine Ridge Builders. Here's Marlins guard Jamise Roker after the game.
I decided to come out and put my best foot forward, and I'm happy for West Grand Bahama because everybody always doubting down there, and we still got best players down there.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
In Family Island sporting news, a pair of events taking place on the island of Exuma over the weekend as well. On the water, the Exuma Sailing Club hosting the Sunfish Junior National Championships, which saw dozens of young sailors take to the water. We got up with the island's MP, Deputy Prime Minister, and Minister of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, Honorable Chester Cooper, who spoke about the efforts from the young sailors and how it assists in strengthening the national sailing program.
When I walk through and talk with the young men and women, I see the passion. I see the glitter in their eyes. I see how excited they are about doing this. And a lot of times, children, sometimes adults, never really find that thing that inspire them, that get them up running in the morning. So it's really good to see this. And again, you know, it really bolsters the sport of sailing. We've made it the national sport. And this is an excellent feeder system now for regattas, not just for Exuma, but for the rest of the islands.
We also caught up with the winning coach and head coach at the Exuma Sailing Club, Dallas Knowles, who speaks about the island hosting the event for the 3rd time.
The big reason we host it is because we have such a large fleet of sunfish boats. We have probably the largest fleet of any club in the Bahamas, so it makes sense for us to host it. We can provide boats for visiting clubs and sailors. So my role today is just to be a coach for the Exuma Sailors of the Exuma Sailing Club. I'm not part of the race committee. I detached myself from that after last year. It was such a close, tight competition, and my sons were involved in the races, so it was best for me to step back and not be directly involved in running the races. So this year, I'm strictly a coach to help our team out there on the water do well. We won last year. We want to win it again, but we want everyone to have some great fun and some good races.
And also from Exuma, the 11th edition of the Run for Pompeii taking place in Georgetown. The full half marathon drew dozens of local competitors as well as those from the far corners of the globe. We hear from a few, including one of our very own Golden Knights.
I wish I'd have knew about this a long time ago. You know what I mean? I heard about Pompeii and everything like that, but it was my first time actually knowing about the race. You see what I'm saying? So, man, it was a great experience. Great experience. I love what they're doing. Everything is non-profit, goes back to the kids.
This is a true community effort here in Exuma. You know, we started off small, and today we have the most runners ever, 350 runners. It's pretty incredible. We have people from all the local schools, but then we have runners as far away as Germany, other places in Europe, Canadians, Americans, a wonderful mix of people all here in the most beautiful place in the world in Exuma. So 11 years strong, and we look forward to number 12.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
If you haven't already, you may have considered investing in solar panels. After all, everyone wants electricity that is reliable and affordable. So could you fully power your home or business by simply installing solar panels? Let's find out if you can actually unplug from Bahamas Power and Light.
Yes, technically, it is possible. With the right level of investment, you can put in a system that will take you off the grid, but that level of investment is quite significant. If you want to live your normal lifestyle, air conditioning and electric water heat and all these sort of things and not manage it, you potentially are talking investments in the tens of thousands of dollars, if not higher. If you are willing to cut back and be very efficient and change things to different types of appliances, gas, dries it brings the cost down, but it is still significant.
Additionally, Strawn said that if you truly wish to go off the grid, investing in solar panels alone is just not enough.
So to go to a system that'll really make you autonomous, one, you need to put in storage that'll meet your needs when there is no sun and give you some days to cover you if it's cloudy for extended days. Two, you have to buy a more expensive inverter. So you need what is called a hybrid inverter now, which can balance the grid, the solar, the storage, and all those things to give you energy all the time. All these things bring the price up.
Across the Bahamas, a total of 457 residential and commercial customers are now part of BPL's small-scale renewable generation program.
As you feed into our grid, you would get credits at the end of the month. So any power that you push back into our grid, you get credits for at the rate of whatever the fuel surcharge is for that month.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Baz Odeen. Good evening once again, Baz.
Good evening, Royston. In the tropics, we have just a little tropical wave there near the Lesser Antilles, and that's drifting very slowly towards the west. But other than that, we don't anticipate any development over the next 7 days. And as we take a look now at your temperatures around the islands, we have some homogeneous conditions in the extreme northwestern Bahamas, Marshall, Abaco, Green Tool, Key, and Freeport at 79 degrees. 79 again in the Berry Islands, Alistown, Bimini, 77, 81 degrees in Harbour Island, Rock Island, Lucia, 80, 81 degrees in Alistown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros. Fresh Creek in Central Andros, 80 degrees, picking up 82 in Georgetown, Exuma, more 81s in Hiram, Key, and also in San Salvador. Ragged Island, Clarence Island, Island, and Crooked Island reporting 80 degrees. Betsy Bay, Maguana, and Acklands at 83. Matsutan, Nago, 81. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. And your forecast tonight, clear to partly cloudy, still very comfortable with a low temperature around 72 degrees. And tomorrow, another beautiful day, lots of sunshine, high temperature at 82 degrees. And your extended weather forecast unfolding like this. Beautiful weather tomorrow. Thursday, we'll have a couple of showers work its way into our forecast. But that will be short-lived. Friday, Saturday, the weekend looks great, and that takes us into the early part of next week with lots of sunshine during the daytime. Daytime temperatures are not too bad. They're going to be in the low 80s for the greater part, and we're looking at some low 70s during the nighttime. Royston.
Oh, while Colville is enjoying the temperatures in the 40s, we're nice and warm here back home. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Exciting events just keep on coming. We're talking about everything from tourism to cuisine to sport and ancient festivals. Hello everyone, I am Erin Olivia Dennison and welcome to the latest edition of Caribbean Passport